Hi, I'm Freya, and this is another video from Otherworldly. I haven't done one in a while. It's been too hot, I've been too busy, and there hasn't really been anything specific that I wanted to show as a video as opposed to just photos. However, when Dutchie finally puts out a new grand release, namely the Café that has been in the works for quite a while, well, a video is the way to go about it. I've already seen some nice reviews showing photos in particular of the exterior, which is very cozy and very Dutch. So I thought I would focus mostly on the interior in this video, and this is also partly because while I have the interior set up very pretty, I think, the there isn't really anywhere on my sim and on the various sky landscapes that I have that works to make good surrounding for the cafe. So I need to give that some more thought how to present it in a nice surrounding. So right now it's just sitting in one of the landscapes, unlimited sky landscapes, and it looks a little forlorn. So we will be going on the inside of the Red Brick Cafe, and we will be going in. Well, I suppose we can go in through the door at least. I'll cam myself out here and find the door. Excellent. And here we go. So this cafe comes with a lot of things that obviously the interior, Dutchie has already released a lot of the pieces for the furnishing since before, but they've all been, the cafe and them have been made to go together. So you can buy the cafe either as an unfurnished version, or you can buy a furnished version to get the PG versions of the various things that you see around here. Some of them also have adult versions. I'm not sure if all of them do, but what comes with the furnished set is the PG versions. So no naughtiness in this cafe. So if we do a little pan around here, you'll see that you have some tables. They're of course copy and mod, so you can res out as many as you want. I thought that, with social distancing and everything, I decided to just put in 4 of them, although it's mostly so that it'll be easy to cam in around here actually. And you've got some wall art, from old posters to this price list, very nicely made, showing you can order. And over here you have some more art, some little poster or some little prints to make it more, lived in and realistic. You have a coat rack. You wouldn't want your guests to not have somewhere to hang up their coat and their umbrella if the weather is unreliable. You have over here the corner stage, which I have featured before when it was first released, and also the performer's chair that is sitting in the middle of the stage. The lights, the really cool lights, I have to say, which can set all these different combinations and get a nice moody light in the corner here. Great additions for your little cafe. And then, of course, the centerpiece of the cafe is the bar, where, as you can see, you have animations both for the bartender and the guests. I'm going to give a little look at that. So what you have is a choice between male and female animations, of course, and you have options for mixing drinks. For example, you could go over here and get a beer poured for somebody. Cam around to show you how it's working. I'm not really sure why I ended up quite so low. Oh, because I had adjusted my hover height for the previous one. Oops. So it's a little tricky when you are a bit of a small avatar. So I'll pull my hover height up to something more reasonable. So now I'm filling beer glasses. You can also pour a martini. That one for some reason wants me to be further down. So there we go. These of course all have bento animations for the holds and everything. So it makes it very, very realistic. Maybe we should do some stirring as well in that martini. I'm missing it slightly. Again, with posters you always have to, well, animations you always have to adjust for your individual size. I know that I have a bit long arms, for example, for the average, so it's always going to be a little like that. But anyway, you've got a really nice selection of drink mixing and drink pouring, bartending animations. You also have more of a general bartending set here. You can listen to somebody, for example, be sympathetic, hear them tell you of all their woes. Yeah, dreadful, isn't it? Yeah. Or maybe it's a slow day, so you're just lounging on the counter like that, waiting for somebody to come in. And what you can do if you don't want to mix these all the time, of course, is that you can go back and you can pick a sequence. So here you have a choice between the female and the male bartending animations. And that was actually what I had myself doing when we came into the cafe. I had myself stuck on one of the bartending on the bartending sequence. But what if you're not the bartender? What if you are in fact the guest? Well, then you could, for example, have a seat like that. And let's see, are we gonna order a drink perhaps? We'll have some coffee and news, I think. Yeah. And it auto-reses and auto-attaches if you've given the experience key permission to do so. And there you can sit and have your coffee and be very cozy. The animations selected for the Dutchie furniture are always very well selected. They're always very naturalistic and lots of fun for whether it's photos or role play or socializing that you want to do with it. There are of course also animations over at the table here. I will just move myself like that. Oh, shift it over there instead. Here we have drinks. We also have options for games on this table. So for example, we can do a game of solitaire, which seems appropriate since we are alone at the moment. These, by the way, are two pieces you can see here. So you can actually divide up and have a smaller table instead of the two pushed together. So that works fine as well. Let's see, right, of course, we can't forget that if you're in standing on the tables is highly discouraged, by the way. But we can't forget that a cafe needs, well, it definitely needs a private section for the staff, but it also needs a toilet. And am I sinking in through the floor? I am indeed sinking in through the floor, so let's fix that again. But we need a toilet, of course, so we have a cozy, cleaned toilet with a little sink. And if you sit on the toilet, there is, which I'm not going to do because my skirt is going to flash you. So instead, I'm going to use the sink, where you have a hand washing animation, and there the door closed basically, so I should be in private when doing that. Well, hand washing is perfectly fine. I can let you see that. So you have that added touch of realism as well with the toilet and everything. I like the fact that, just like the houseboat, this has the areas where you might expect to have, and it's a full build. Often in SL, you do get a lot of shortcuts. So this is done very much to scale and size, and it does mean that it can be a little difficult to navigate the stairs, which is why there are teleport points. I'm not going to use those now, but there are teleport points both at the base of the stairs and at the top of the stairs, so you can just teleport it up and down. I have yet to furnish the upper floor, but as you can see, there's a nice little space where you could have that done as well. And you have windows, which of course open. You can look out over whatever view you have. And then, in fact, you have an attic as well. So when you come up here, actually this rests, and you can teleport up here as well. As you can see, this one's not very easy, so you can do that instead, and then you just come right up, and you're in this very quaint little attic. Again, perfect to have as a sleeping loft, I think. And here you can see the red brick and the detail and the texture, and there is an opening here. And I'm going to just do a little sweep around, and you can see what it looks like from the outside. I'll give you just a little view of that, even if the surroundings are not the most thematic. But it does allow me to show you the last piece that is included in the package, which is this very appropriate awning to place over the cafe windows. It comes with several different textures. It also comes in a version with and a version without text, and a extra prim so you can put your own text on it. I think Dutchie's Café is the standard text. And then you have these options for full colors on the stripes. I'm going to include the details in the description, of course, of the footprint and all of that. A little too much to memorize and include in the video. See what a nice... Oops, I thought I was going down there, but let's see if I can manage to actually do that. There we go. There we go. I have to click in the right place, or it thinks I want to go upstairs instead. And there we are. And it does a little nice animation too, or it kind of follows you, so it looks more like you ran down the stairs. And there we are downstairs again. Give you a closer look at the bar as a finish, I think, because this has a lot of attention to detail. You have some own brand spirits up here, and some more recognizable ones. You've got your shakers, you got your Dutchie vodka, lots of glasses, you got your coffee makers, you got your little order notepads. The attention to detail is fantastic. And here, you've got the working sink and all of that. Very nice, very nice. The wood texture, like all the other textures, looks fantastic. Oh, and the lights here, that's also a separate fixture which you can turn on or off. I guess I could also show you a little bit of how these work. Oops. Because I think I didn't do a video when I used them the last time. So you have your various options for presets here of how to use them to focus on your performer. Maybe I'll just finish up on the chair here and let me see, what am I going to perform? I'm going to present somebody. in fact. That seems appropriate since I'm talking right now. What sort of, maybe I should have a spotlight on me? Well, that's not quite on me. I would have to move the chair back a little bit. Perhaps it should be colorful. It seems like I'm going to be presenting something very pop and upbeat. There we go, and color on me like that. Perhaps a little soft lighting, focus like that. You can play around a lot with that. It can give some really nice effects, and I've used these lights separately from the stage as well, and had some useful lighting combinations out of them. I'm also wearing something, so I thought that while I'm standing here talking, I might as well show you a little bit of that. Of course, there will be photos that give a better lighting and so on the skin and such. This is the latest skin from Skin Within Sky, and it's actually on not on a Lilotka head, which was designed for. It is on a Slink head. It's the Emma head, which I think worked quite well. And I've got the latest Wasabi hair with this lovely scarf. I'm not sure if you paid attention to that when I was turning earlier. I'm walking. You have this scarf braided into the hair in a very pretty way. The outfit is from Lucia. It's from the last round of Uber, I think, and I thought just it was so pretty and appropriate for the cafe settings, and I love these sort of broad belts and everything, so that seemed like it would go very well with the hair and I said with the setting and so on. So that's about it. I hope you have enjoyed this little look at the cafe, and if you ended up at the video without looking at the blog post first, there will be more information in the blog post. There will also be some still photos to show things in more detail. And now I hope I will have a reason to do a video soon again, although we're actually off on vacation next week, so I won't have my regular computer and regular setup, so it'll actually probably be a while before I can do one, unless something shows up during the week. But until then, have a nice summer.